There's another headline I found pretty interesting. HipHopDX.com reported that Cardi B erupts after she's labeled a hypocrite for turning WAP off around her daughter culture. As we know, WAP is a very explicit song. Wet ass pussy goes
Yeah,
very.
kids should not be listening to it, but you already know so many kids already listen to this shit. But
It's so uncomfortable.
obviously not young kids, like not like a young child that Cardi B has, but a lot of young kids already TikTok, they already listen to this type of
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Middle school kids singing it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not around a lot of middle school kids, girls, whatever, but that would be very, very awkward hearing them sing that. Very.
Man, I remember, I only went to 1 year of elementary school in this country, and it was insane how everything shifted when you hit middle school. Like everybody started cursing, everybody started doing foul shit, and I'm like, I was not ready, man, because I was not really, I didn't grow up here, so I didn't know what to make of it, and it was pretty weird to see how everything just changed when people reach a certain age or a certain grade, and it's pretty insane. So I guess it's not that bad because kids honestly, we go through so many shit when you're young, finding out so many crazy shit. But somehow we're still here, man. We're not doing anything crazy. So
Yeah, I think parenting is very important when it comes. Because I remember when speaking of Eminem, when Eminem first came out, oh my God, he had a lot of the boomers hysterical, like, oh my God, the lyrics of this. Eminem's rapping about very, very explicitly, rape, killing his girlfriend, killing his baby mother, and all that. I think the onus was less on Eminem and more on the parents. Like, just control what your parents hear. Like, unless you're advocating to ban like rated R movies, don't talk to me about banning or censoring music, because it always gets me, Monty. Like, we're so like video games, that's fine. You can have the craziest things happen in video games. Movies, that's fine. You can have the craziest things happen in movies. But a song, just something audio based, nothing visual, just audio based. Well, sometimes there's music videos of twerking, but you get what I mean. Like, it's mainly audio, and it just freaks people the fuck out. Even it was a cringy video from Ben Shapiro, the right wing intellectual, as many call him, a great debater or whatever. He and a bunch of Republicans went off on the existence of WAP and saying that, oh, this is having women degrade themselves and all this and all that. But I don't know.
I definitely get where he comes from, though. Pop culture definitely has an influence on young girls, not just girls. There's just young boys, just young people in general, and obviously, I guess the song definitely a little bit contributed to it. But that does not, just one song isn't really gonna. If you just take away this song, there's still so many other shit out there that could influence a kid, not just in media, just in life in general, and it's pretty crazy. It's always I always think about, where do you draw the line? Like, how do you keep a kid for shelter like that? But at the same time, it's like it's very hard to determine what is right and wrong when it comes to parenting nowadays, especially because we never had this type of technology before. Like even me, I didn't really grow up with until like probably 13 or 14 with the internet, and it's pretty crazy how I feel for the parents, man, especially people who got to raise a child nowadays. Like how do you do it? Like there's no guidebook to it, man.
Yeah, yeah. I have a lot of nephews and nieces, but I'm definitely not a parent. And there's a inner conflict that people have, right? Because there's the whole thing like, oh, I don't want to give my child a phone too early. But then there's the rate of like kids going missing and getting kidnapped, right? Like, I would want my kid to have a phone so he or she can keep in contact with me. Because I'm not gonna lie, Monty, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. I might save that for the what we've been watching. But a lot of kids, bro, they turn out missing, and you just don't know where they are. So I feel like things like privacy and security, like, you got to give kids phones, when they I don't know, like, so they can contact you, right? Make sure they're okay. But on the other hand is like their
Just put a tracker on that bitch, man. Just put like
parental advisory limitations. Yeah, I
yeah.
guess I guess you could do that. I'm pretty sure there's like parenting apps on there that can like monitor what your kid does, but then there's a breach of trust. A lot of kids react poorly
Yeah,
with
like
that.
how much do you want to know what you get? Like there should be a boundary, you don't want
Yeah.
the kid still needs the freedom, and there's always that's why I'm talking about, like it's hard to draw the line.
I
what's good enough, what's not, where you reaching the line. Plus with the other thing, like how do you raise a child who could just go on the internet and just type in anything and could just find out any shit? There's so many, just with the internet, it's just crazy, man.
yeah. But I definitely wouldn't want my mom or dad knowing what the hell I was watching when I was 12, 13 years old either.
They're gonna
So
find a way, man. Because even if you try to shelter, but the thing is, you gotta know, you gotta explain to kid like how what's right, I guess. Not even that, what's right or wrong. You just gotta kind of go over what the thing is. Don't just say, oh, this is bad, you shouldn't do this. Because with kids, when you say you shouldn't do something, they're gonna do it more.
yeah. Going back to Cardi B, she put a tweet out that says, "Y'all need to stop with this already. I'm not JoJo Isawa. I don't make music for kids. I make music for adults. Parents are responsible on what their children listen to or see. I'm a very sexual person, but not around my child, just like every other parent should be. There's moms who are strippers, pop pussy, twerk all night for entertainment. Does that mean they do it around their kids? No. Stop making this a debate. It's pretty much common sense." Yeah, I agree with that, bro. Like I understand and respect conservative ways of living, going to church or like wearing conservative clothes, but like you can't limit people's lifestyles just because they make adult entertainment or I don't know, you can't tell somebody else how to live. Like there is things like child abuse or whatever, but I really don't. I haven't seen no evidence of Cardi B singing WAP around her daughter or encouraging her to twerk and stuff like that. And those are disturbing. I've seen videos of parents encouraging their little kids to twerk and think it's cute. That shit ain't cute, man. But that's a very sexual, provocative dance. I think that's when it goes too
Yeah.
far. But in terms of adult,
I would say she's right, on this instance. But what's your take when the child grows up, say 10 or 11 years old, and he gets to go on the internet and pretty much look up whatever kind, I guess, because there you could set boundaries, but I feel like kids somehow find a way, even at school, probably somebody else show it to you or whatever. Like, what happens when you find out that your mom does this type of stuff? Like, does that make a
uh,
how do you think the kid
yeah,
would feel? Or like, does that gonna make a bad impression for the kid and how the kid develops and all that? So that's a question to think about. So I'm not saying you
it
should
is.
she shouldn't
Yeah,
do she shouldn't do what
yeah.
she does, but that's like a question. Like, where's the gray in that? Because it's not just black and white.
There's no manual or handbook for parenting, and that's difficult. Like each kid are individual, so like something that might be appropriate to tell a kid or educate a kid on at like one kid might need that knowledge or advice at 10 years old, another one might need it at 13 or something, because there's different levels of sensitivity, different levels of intelligence. It's very difficult, man. But yeah, y'all leave Cardi alone, man, until y'all see some evidence of her literally child like abusing her child. I think y'all
Yeah,
should let
she
up on
probably
her.
usually
Yeah,
people who are like seem so erratic or just so crazy in the public. They're probably some of the best parents. People who are like so
yeah,
outlandish. Usually they turn out to be, in the real world, they're usually pretty calm and not that crazy. Usually sensible.
yeah, bro. Eminem's daughter Haley. From the knowledge I have about her, she's pretty private. She has her own little social media, but like she comes off as a pretty private person. We haven't heard no crazy stories of Haley getting strung out on drugs like a fucking ex Disney star or anything like that. And
Yeah.
yeah, so you can't judge a book by its cover. Can't judge a child by the history of their parent. Yeah,
Hopefully they know that not to turn, the Cardi B, they know that not to turn their kids into do props or just putting on social media. Hopefully they keep them, private
yeah,
and let them grow up. Let them have a choice if they want to be in the public eye, because they didn't have a choice when they they didn't choose to be Cardi B's kid. But obviously some kids, some people would probably love that, being rich right up the coming out, just coming out into this world.
yeah. It reminds me of Drake's line. I wasn't hiding my child from the world. I was hiding my world from the child. One of those. I can't remember exactly.
That's a great line, man. Honestly, I get. Yeah, now I'm looking back on that beef, man. Pusha T, man. I don't know. That was too far, man.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder about that.
Yeah, at that time, I was like, damn, this is crazy, man. Drake, you fucking up. But now that I look back, I feel like Drake had a point.
Yeah. I'm now wondering like how hip hop kids go, like what do they think when they find out that in a big part of hip hop history their name was mentioned. Like when Ja Rule and Eminem were beefing, Ja Rule mentioned Haley, and that made Eminem go crazy. I wonder what she like thinks about that. And Drake's son is going to find out that his dad got eviscerated. Well, let me not say eviscerated. Eviscerated is what Eminem did to Ja Rule, but he got a chink in the armor from that Pusha T diss. But I don't think it's going to have any like real back. Like it's not going to do anything for real. For real. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Drake loves his son. Just whatever. But I do think about now what do the kids that are involved in these beefs think of like their fathers going to war artistically? You know, food for thought.